Andrew Foster was born September 17, 1879 in Calvert, Texas. Foster developed a passion for baseball at a young age and dropped out of school after finishing the 8th grade to pursue his love of the game. At age 17, Foster began playing for and traveling with the Waco Yellow Jackets. In his teen years, he was the height of 6'4" and had become supremely skilled pitcher in the Negro League. In 1902, he moved north to play for the Chicago Union Giants, one of the top African-American teams in the country at the time. He was credited with winning 51 games as a rookie. As an African-American, Foster encountered racism and discrimination frequently during his career. In 1903, he led Philadelphia-based Cuban ex-Giants to a championship of the black-based circuit. Winning around this time, Foster acquired the nickname Rube, after the game in which he defeated one of the outstanding white pitchers of the time, Rube Walden, of the Philadelphia Athletics of the American League. Foster played for several teams such as the Chicago Union Giants in 1902, Cuban ex-Giants in 1903, Philadelphia Giants in 1904 through 1906, the Leland Giants in 1907 through 1910, the Chicago American Giants from 1911 to 1926, and established himself as a top pitcher. In 1907, he joins the Leland Giants as both a manager and a player. Bringing with him several teammates, he persuaded Frank Leland to fire some of his other players and hire Foster's. Around 1911, Foster partnered with John M. Scrolling and created the Chicago American Giants. He managed and played until 1915 when he retired as a player after 24 seasons. He also continued as a manager. The team became one of the leading African-American teams in baseball history. After years in 1928, Scrolling sold the team to a white florist, William E. Timber. Foster became convinced that black teams needed to organize into a coherent league in order to survive. In 1920, Foster brought together the owners of the best Negro League teams in the Midwest and convinced them to form the National Negro League in order to maximize revenue opportunities and establish an organized season and championship. This led to Foster's fame. He was chosen as the league's first president and secretary, remaining in control of the American Giants, who won the first 3 NNL championships in 1920 through 1922. In 1925, Foster was exposed to a gas leak in Indianapolis. This was the start of his health failure. He was placed in Illinois State Asylum at Kankakee after a nervous breakdown. This is where he spent his last years. He had a heart attack at age 51 on December 9, 1930. In 1933, when Major League became integrated more than 16 years after his Foster's death, he was still admired by many. In 1981, Foster was admitted into the Baseball Hall of Fame. He is remembered as the father of Negro. End quote. If it hadn't been for playing baseball and living outdoors, I don't suppose I'd be here today. Rube Foster.
A player, manager, owner, commissioner, and unsurpassed visionary, Rube Foster was one of baseball's greatest Renaissance men. In his youth, Foster was a star pitcher of the dead ball era, and later as owner-manager of the Chicago American Giants. The burly Texan instilled in his players the daring, aggressive, yet disciplined style of play for which the Negro Leagues became famous. In 1920, Foster founded the Negro National League, which flourished throughout the decade. Foster was elected to the Baseball Hall of Fame in 1981.
With players like Dandy, the Devil and Dave, Black Baseball.
pitch, the right manager got to be in the game.
It's the top of the ninth. Josh Gissam is at the plate. The bases are loaded. It's a 3-2 count, and here's the pitch.